Hi everyone, how's it going? Today I have a secret for you and I hope you're excited. Hi Islam, nice to talk to you. Before the Periscope, thanks. I haven't done anything to it, but yeah, I have to say that it looks really good. Thank you. So before the class, I'm adjusting the camera to look good. I have a new outfit. I really like to look good on my periscopes. And when I connect Periscope, I see that I look a bit too near. But now I think it's fine. Thank you so much for the hearts. And let me tell you that today is a really special day because I'm going to confess my secret, my success secret. If you are ready, then I'm ready to start. Thank you again for the hearts. So as you know, I am quite successful. I'm really successful in what I do. I help people learn English, especially people from Spain or from Latin America. And I'm getting to know people all around the world. And what do we all have in common? We all have goals and we all struggle with life sometimes. And it's really difficult to be positive when things are not easy, when things are not flowing, when we experience big changes, or when we try to learn English. And this is your case. Sometimes it's really, hi again, Fernando, you're really nice. So it's really difficult to be positive when you experience big changes or when you have a project or you need to learn, for example, a new language because otherwise you get fired or your life depends on it. And I have encountered this many times. My students have been in a situation where they had to learn English, otherwise they will lose their jobs or they had to go and work abroad. So I have connected with my students really much, and I could become their friend, and this is happening also in this moment. I have so many friends, and I try to share with all my students my experience and how I got to overcome my fears. Of course, I still have some fears and I still have a lot to work on myself. But I have to say that before, almost 8 years ago, I used to be surrounded by negative people, negative circumstances, and I felt that I couldn't push myself anymore. I couldn't progress, and that it was really difficult for me to be successful in any way. I could speak English, German, different languages. I was a great web designer, but I still couldn't see how I could succeed. And as I was saying, everything was quite negative, including the people around me. And that was really difficult, especially to be positive and to have hope and even to focus on the things that would lead me to success. So I have to say that I recently broke up with the love of my life, let's say, my first relationship at least, a really important relationship. I had a terrible job where I didn't really get along with the people there, and additionally it was not really well paid and I couldn't feel that I was growing. I didn't have too many health problems, but let's say that things were not very good. Economical problems, feeling alone, and especially feeling like I couldn't progress, I couldn't grow anymore. And I think that everyone who wants to learn English is because they need to grow. This is growth. Knowledge is growth. So let me tell you what finally happened. I had a friend who recommended me a book, actually a list of books, and I wrote them down because I didn't feel like reading them, and I thought maybe in the future I will do that. I was not really receptive. It's really important to be receptive, by the way. We can talk about this. I'm going to talk about this a bit later. And what happens with these books is that later on, in a couple of months, when I got to see a movie based on one of the books, I was really impressed how certain things follow us, how we are not receptive. Especially if we're really negative and we don't believe in ourselves, it's really difficult to find or to see certain things. I think life is full of opportunities that we don't see. And, there are these people who are at the right moment, at the right time, in the right place. I think it's because they're receptive. It's more that. So, finally, I got to watch this movie and I got extremely hooked. I found some ideas that resonated with me a lot, and I became to build my life in a different way. I started believing in myself, and I started creating my life step by step. This book is called The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. And I remember when I started sharing this book or the movie with people around me, they rejected that. So I thought, okay, maybe it's not the book, it's probably the people who are not receptive. Hello, I'm receptive, so I'm going to follow this. And I have to say that in a couple of years, not in a couple of months as well, but of course this was a process that lasted a couple of years. So I found the true love, I found a profession that I love, passion. I have to say that my work is my passion as well, and I feel really, really blessed. And I'm really happy that I could get out of that negativity, change my, let's say I actually moved from that place. I made a really, really big change in my life, and this changed, finally brought me all type of opportunities, and one of them is this one. So I had the skills, and the only thing that was not working was my attitude, the way I saw things. I was not positive, I didn't believe in myself, and this is what happens with most of my students, and that's why I can help them. The title of the book is The Secret from Rhonda Byrne. I will write this on Facebook. Don't worry, I'm going to write a message after this, and I totally recommend you to visit thesecret.tv if you want to know more about this or the what. I would like to continue about this idea of how am I helping people. Being such a negative person, I have suffered because of my own negativity, because of not being able to see the good in myself. So I think the best way to help someone is to show them that they can, that there's nothing wrong with them, that they can learn English if it's the case, or that they can do whatever they want to do. But of course, with realistic, it's really important to go step by step and have realistic goals, because of course, after reading the book, I wanted to do big things. And many times I thought, this is not working. What is this? But, I had to fall and then try again, and my attitude became more and more positive. And it's so easy to be positive when when you start having some good results. I mean, of course, when I was in that situation, the book and the movie based on the book were really powerful, but I would say that my negativity and my bad circumstances were also really powerful. So it was, let's say, I had to balance that, and finally the good won. But you have to be realistic, and it's the same happens when you start with, I don't know, doing exercise or trying to learn something like a language. Learning a language really requires patience and consistency and a good attitude. So when you go to my website, oneenglishteacher.com, the first thing you see is I will help you love English and speak it fluently. Why do you think I'm saying that? Because I'm convinced that, first of all, the student hasn't got a good attitude, and secondly, because I have so much experience with myself, I worked so much on myself. I'm not a therapist. I'm just, I'm someone who wants to help because I know how powerful is, a positive thought, and how a positive thought can change all your life and something absolutely wonderful. It's not easy to be positive. I don't know why we see so much negative news, people gossiping about things that are, again, terrible. I see that the whole world has the tendency to focus on the bad, and we must change that. We must focus more on personal growth, on, you first need to focus on yourself and find the good in you, and then you can share it with everyone else. Then you can help, of course. Because sometimes we want to help and we think, oh, I would like to help so many people, but first you need to help yourself. Yeah? So I recommend you to read or to watch the book and the movie The Secret. I have to say that I will recommend you more books that have inspired me, and I'm continuing watching TV shows or reading books in order to maintain this attitude, because you have to feed this attitude. The way we feed each other with negative things sometimes and we don't realize is really dangerous. So we also need to feed each other, to feed ourselves with positive things, and start doing little by little things that can make us feel good, things that be aware of our mind and our thoughts, and start building circumstances that help us become happier, successful. And a person who's happy, a person who's successful, only focuses on doing good for themselves and for other people, of course. So this is my secret, and I share it with everyone. I really, really hope you can benefit from this. And you are wonderful people. It's really important to stay positive. And when you're negative, don't worry so much about negative thoughts, because they obviously exist. Try to do things that make you happy, and remember to watch my videos. Apart from the Periscope, I always have videos every week. You can check out my webpage, oneenglishteacher.com or profesoraingles.com. I'm here to help. I'm here to talk to you on Periscope, and I feel like you are a wonderful community. You're a wonderful, let's say, group, and you are helping me. You are giving me hope, and I hope I can also give you some positive thoughts. So I'll be going right now. This is a shorter session. My message is quite clear, and I want you to have a really peaceful Friday and to have a great evening as well. And I'll see you tomorrow at the same time. And I'm your fan as well. I think you're wonderful people, how you are trying to learn English every day. So I'll see you tomorrow, and a big hug. Bye bye.